What's up, guys? We're here at AMC Town Square with Chasing Cinema.
JamesShoe.com,
and we're here for the horror genre. We got The Conjuring, we got Saw, and we potentially have a next one maybe with Unfriended.
Yes, Unfriended, a movie that...
Is this sponsored by Microsoft? We'll never know.
It is not sponsored by Microsoft because from what it seems like, the whole movie takes place on a Mac. So, I'm not going to shoot facts. Okay, well, maybe I'll shoot a little facts on you. Found footage has become one of the biggest staples. It's become a subgenre on its own. It's become one of the biggest staples in horror films, action films, to watch. We've seen it so many times since the Blair Witch Project debuted in 1999. Now,
look what they started.
I mean, it is literally a staple in cinema. That is something that we see constantly, from television to movies. I mean, end of watch. I could go on, but now, 16 years after it kind of made its debut, not saying it's the first film to do so, but when it really became popular, it's kind of lost its touch. It's kind of lost that edge.
No new ideas.
No real ideas, and I think people also, I mean, I know some people like Kent have trouble watching found footage films. They find it very hard to follow. It makes them nauseous.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not an uncommon thing.
No.
But I also just feel like it's kind of something that we're used to now, and it doesn't feel fresh anymore. Well, Unfriended comes at us with a whole new twist of that. And before we, we're going to talk about Unfriended, let's just talk about the fact that when I told someone, like, that's a movie I'm excited to see, people giggled.
Yes.
And part of me was kind of kidding, because it does look really tacky, it does look really cheesy, and I'm just hoping this movie pays off. Okay. I'm hoping I can prove them wrong, because what excited me is I started seeing reviews pour really in early after I made this comment, and they were really high. So I'm like, all right, hopefully this is good. So let's see, and hopefully this very short
Rotten
movie
Tomatoes right now
is a 72.
72.
True Story right now is at a 45.
If you haven't seen our review for True Story, please check that bad boy out, because definitely I recommend watching that movie. But this movie is a short one, an hour and like
17 minutes.
17 minutes. So typically that spells disaster.
Louis Vuitton would say that's not a movie. He doesn't believe anything
that's
under...
a short film.
Yeah, Louis says anything under 90 minutes isn't a movie.
We're supposed to take him to dinner today.
Yeah, you could.
Okay, moving on. Anyway.
Moving on, move forward. Happy birthday, Louis Vuitton.
By the way. All right, so let's go in and...
Unfriended.
See how the movie is. All right, so we just got out of Unfriended. I didn't get to watch it. I instead watched...
True Story.
True Story. If you haven't seen the review, check it out. But ChasingCinema.com.
Because we speak the truth.
You have seen this film. Tell me, is this ridiculously stupid, or is this... Do we have a new movie? A new genre, maybe?
I have so much to say about this movie.
Okay.
I don't know if you can tell by the intro. I have seen this movie. I've had time to think about it. I wrote my review on this, and it ended up actually being one of the longest reviews I've written. Jesus. Because I've had so much to say about it. Unfriended was great. Like, one of my favorite movies I've seen this year. And I am just as shocked as everyone watching right now behind their keyboards and their telephones. Well, no one really calls them telephones anymore, but your cell phones. I am just as shocked. This movie was so much fun. I mean, there's so much stuff we have to talk about. Okay, so this won't be a spoiler, but I am going to give some stuff away. The whole movie, the entire movie, start to finish, is literally a computer screen. It is up on top of the right-hand corner. We have our battery, we have our time. It is a Mac screen. We have YouTube up in the beginning. We have Facebook up at the beginning. We have our, we see that all of our icons against the side. And if you literally watch the clock, what's wonderful about it, and I don't think I've really seen this before.
It's really an hour and 17?
It's an hour and 17.
Wow.
It is real time. You can watch it. Unfriended, if you don't know, follows a story about six friends led by a woman named Blair, who are all on Skype and end up getting threatened from their dead friend's account, who died on, this is the anniversary of her death. This movie, I just think, worked because it was creative, it was smart, because let's talk about the fact that, at first what seemed silly, the computer made this movie great. You want to know the difference between most horror movies that I've seen and this movie? Is that most horror films I don't really have much to relate to. I just have to take the suspension of belief. However, in this movie, I'm on my Mac. I write on iMessage. I'm on Skype with my friends. I've already been in those positions. I'm on Skype, switching to iMessage, putting on my music. Like, that already is very relatable to us. And that, and for some reason, that just clicks with people. Like, here's what I do think the problem is. The movie does probably chop off half of its audience, because older people probably it will be much harder for them to follow and to kind of get into it, because if you're not someone who's constantly using this technology, it's confusing. You're not really sure what's what. Like one of the people in our screening, you know, was saying like, I don't know why she was switching from what I missed. She didn't know, and Facebook, and she was just really confused. And I get that. I can understand how a lot of older people will just be like, I don't understand, why am I watching a computer? But to me, it was an absolute thrill. And it's these common things that we go through in life that they use to scare us that's brilliant. How many times have you been on FaceTime and Skype and the person freezes and then it's just quiet and you're like, hello,
All the time.
hello? And
or me and you,
yeah,
when we
yeah.
FaceTime.
So we're in this movie, you know, and we're watching these people scream or yell or talk about something, and all of a sudden everyone freezes. We see that some people are getting disconnected, and we're just kind of in this room quietly waiting. We know someone's going to eventually come back up, and that suspense is just fun. That's the word to describe it. I mean, as far as story-wise, it is not a very smart story. It's very generic, but you know what? It doesn't matter because you're so into what's going on. It feels interactive. You feel like you're in control of the computer. You feel like you're at the keyboard. It feels like at your fingertips. You know, you want to type to this person. You want to do this, and you know, you get, and you know, there's chat roulette at some point. I mean, it's just.
Oh really?
Yeah. I mean, it's
so
really
they use
cool.
all the social media outlets.
They use a lot of social
lot of
media outlets. I mean, like I said, they pretty much use every major application that we use. iTunes. Well, I don't know if it was iTunes actually, but she used a music device. But she does use YouTube. She does use Facebook. She does use Skype. The whole thing's on a Mac. Yes, it uses iMessage. Chat roulette she goes on.
That's funny.
And another thing that's so great about this movie is that it actually really kind of turns horror stereotypes on its head. As much as it is kind of like that generic slasher, one by one axed off slasher movie, it turns these stereotypes in that we're with these characters, these 8 characters actually, if you include the haunter, or the hunter, if you will. I'm losing where I'm going with this. Oh, and you know, we're trusting these people, we're learning about these people, but as this film progresses, we learn that there's much more to their story, and they're people we can't trust. And they're not good people. Well, to a degree. I mean, everyone makes mistakes. I'm not gonna go on that whole thing, but this is a spoiler. Our main character, who we follow and who's going to play the role, every horror movie usually has the innocent version, and I'm not saying that because that's just what literally in what film terms we would call the innocent version, the pure innocent girl that always ends up getting away. We have our girl who, like in the very beginning of the movie, tells her boyfriend on Skype she's waiting for prom to have sex with him and all this stuff. We know she's innocent. We know she's kind. She was best friends with this girl who killed herself. Boom. Midway through the movie, we find out this huge secret she's been keeping, and we immediately feel betrayed. And it's so rare to actually get that feeling where you're like, oh my god, like, this character did that? This character we're supposed to trust, the one that's supposed to be innocent and pure, the one that was supposed to, you know, be the survivor, betrayed us. And to me, that was such a cool experience, because characters betray each other all the time, but it's very rare that they actually literally betray us and our trust with the character. So I thought that was so much fun. I thought that was really cool. I mean, this is a movie, no matter how much I talk about, because like I said, I have a lot to say, it's just something you have to experience. It feels interactive. It's something you just have to be at and enjoy. You really feel a part of it. And I think that was why it was so great. Like I said, this year has not been so great thus far, but this is easily one of my favorite movies I've seen, just because of how different and clever and smart it was while being silly and goofy. You know, this horror movie doesn't have to explain why it's happening or have this voodoo lady next door to explain why or how to stop it. It's just the internet, you know. Oh, you know, what happens if they're on forums looking at what people say about hauntings and stuff like that. It just feels so relatable because it's something that we do in everyday life. Also, before I go on too much, the movie also really takes on, though it does lightly, it does address a major issue nowadays, and that's cyberbullying. Yeah. Which is really interesting for a horror movie to kind of attack that, but you know, for a horror movie to kind of have its hand in all these hats and a little bit of satire and a little bit of creativity when it comes to a lot of creativity, because I'm still kind of, you know, as simple as it may sound, I'm not sure how they filmed all of that. And I've not really done my research yet, just because I've been just digesting everything, and I only saw it recently. But I mean, I don't know if obviously I'm assuming they, you know, I don't know how they filmed everything, and you know, I don't know if it's really CGI. I mean, but it was awesome. I felt like I was watching a computer. But anyway, cyberbullying is addressed in this movie. It has a good theme. It does shed some light on it. you know, and it has this message in there that's very clear. And then we also have these just really great experiences throughout. And I mean, I could go on. There's a bunch of little things that the movie does that's just like, I get that, that's happened to me. You know, there's scenes where, like I said, it was quiet and her music starts playing again really loud and she's hitting the thing and it's just not working. Like, I've been there,
That's
man.
actually
like,
happened,
yeah.
yeah.
And it's creepy, but you know, like in that situation it's even worse.
This is gonna freak some people out now after they watch this movie and something happens to them.
You know, and it's not the scariest movie. I wasn't scared. I wasn't jumping out. Like, this Conjuring scared me. I'll say that. This movie didn't scare me. Like I said, I was smiling. I was having a blast. It was fun. It was a cool experience, and I honestly can't say enough good things about it. I really enjoyed this movie.
You can, because it's on chasingcinema.com/
Unfriended.
and then that way you can understand every detail. And this has a lot of stuff behind it, obviously.
I just want everyone to see it. It's like, I know people disagree with me all the time, and people always have something to say when I say something, and some people agree with me. I don't want to hear anyone's opinion until you see it, because I'm telling you, when you see it, don't go in with your arms crossed and saying this won't impress me, but just let it go and have fun. I'm telling you, it's a blast.
Elsa and Let It Go.
Let it go. I'm telling you, so much fun. I know there's stuff I'm forgetting that I wanted to talk about,
But it's in your
okay.
review.
Yes.
Facebook and Twitter below. Like and follow. He's been doing Chasing Cinemas. We have Real Talk going on.
Yes,
And
Real Talk.
Real Talk. We have anywhere between 3, 4, 5 videos a day now, going out, movie news from the perspective of Mr. Jacob R. Toronto. Please be sure to check that out, because there's a lot of good information, a lot of good stuff, and it's just for lovers of film, lovers of movies, and you want to know what's going on. We had Star Wars Episode 7, teaser 2, or it looked like a full trailer to us.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was like a full trailer, but it is being called teaser 2, which was awesome. I mean, this has been a while.
What's the actual trailer gonna look like?
It was, I mean, late last night. We have the Batman v Superman.
Just the cowl
clip,
in the chest.
the suits kind of show.
And then somebody
Midday.
from Mexico or something leaked it.
Well, midday we have the Star Wars, and then that, like, all right, forget shut up Batman Superman, because everyone's talking about Star Wars now, which was an amazing trailer. If anyone who doubted that movie before, go watch that trailer, and I dare you. I dare you.
People who don't even like Star Wars now are saying, yeah, okay, I'll watch this one.
And the song, oh man, that song.
It's gonna be scary to see how much money Episode 7 was gonna rank in.
I know,
It's gonna
right?
be scary.
And then, to end the night, we have a leaked Batman vs Superman trailer, which, granted, probably isn't the best way to watch the movie.
No, it's
it is
not.
really
Some
bad
friggin'
quality.
bastard did
you know, and Warner Brothers must be off their lid right now.
Kevin Tsujihara right now is in Japan, or wherever he lives, looks like him from Inside Out.
He is. I can't imagine how mad they are. Since I saw the trailer, I haven't watched it again. I don't know if they're trying their best to try to pull it as fast as they can.
Well, a lot of the Twitter ones are being pulled already.
Okay.
But the one that, because I have it on my desktop now. I'm sorry, I didn't leak it.
Warner
But
Brothers
if you're
is
gonna
gonna be
have it, then I'm
mad.
gonna watch it. I'm just saying. I can't be the only one. If everyone else is all writing reviews on how they see it, I have to watch it. But yeah, but to be honest, I wish that they just was. I wish it would have just been the HD version on 420. But it's awesome.
I think. Well, here's the thing, is that I think it sucks, but at the same time, you know, I think they're just kind of asking for it. And I don't mean, like, I mean, I'm a man for film. I want films to be seen in theaters, but you know, you lead in people for, you know, weeks, and you tease them here. It's granted that someone's like, oh, I can't wait, and find a way to get it out. I mean, you know, movies like Unfriended, that movie, I mean, granted, it's not as big as Batman v Superman, but those movies, these are the trailers that aren't getting leaked. You know, there are some big movies that trailers don't get leaked, but they just come out when they come out. They don't prep everyone 2 weeks in advance and say, oh, are you ready? Are you ready? Which can help marketing-wise, sure, because me and you were on edge the past couple days waiting for it. However, once it leaks, then all your hard work really doesn't earn you any money or anything. So, I don't know. I'll digress on that statement, but if you think this movie news is awesome, please tune in to Chasing Cinema's YouTube page next week as I dive into the great CinemaCon, which will be here
in Las Vegas.
Yes, and
Caesar's Palace.
We'll be doing some amazing interviews. I'll be able to. I'm actually going to be in a test group for this new interactive cinema experience, so I'm going to be excited. To
Michael
talk
B.
about
Jordan
that.
fans, he's gonna be interviewing him.
I have a number of interviews with some really interesting people that I'm very excited to sit down and talk to, such as Michael B. Jordan, Alan Arkin, Jason Statham, Jude Law, Rose Byrne, Paul Feig.
Rose Byrne is banging.
Rose Byrne. I don't want to say that in case she researches me before our interview.
Sorry. I think you're really hot though.
Which she won't, I'm sure. Kate Mara from Fantastic
Yeah,
Four.
that's awesome.
Well, yeah, it's basically Fantastic Four and Spy. So pretty much the cast Fantastic Four, including Miles Teller, and then Spy, which has a lot of guest appearances, like 50 Cent, you know, so I'm gonna meet 50. I'm excited.
That is cool, because he's awesome. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
We're also going to be interviewing the creators of Up and Inside Out, and hopefully we're going to have that video actually live, because the interviews unfortunately probably won't let us take video, but we will be reporting it back to you. However, we're going to try to do the video of our Inside Out interview.
Okay, we're excited. We're jacked up. This is going to be an awesome week. And then just stay tuned to chasingcinema.com for all updates, YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that shindig. And you got anything else to say?
Have a great week.
And Chasing Cinema's
James is the man.
That's not true, but thanks. I am categorized as a man. But chasingcinema.com is known as the film lovers
Website.